Emporia, Kansas, with some absolutely insane prizes. If you're looking to take down the championships, head to discgolfmatchplay.com. You can find your local bracket or run one. It's super easy, I promise.
Here at Dynamic Discs, we want to help run your local tournament just like we've supported and sponsored hundreds of others around the world. We've got everything covered from custom stamped discs and players packs to CTPs and trophies. We have what it takes to help every player from novice to pro have a good time. It all starts with ordering from our website with discounted bulk pricing. We can take care of designing and stamping your custom disc. We'll even include rewards when your custom stamped order reaches a new tier. We have discounted prices on extras for players packs, CTPs, raffles, or any other side event. One of the best ways to get new people to your event is custom stamped apparel. When people see your tournament represented on the course, they won't want to miss the next one. We have Dymax trophy discs available, and we can even get any of our baskets custom wrapped. The newest addition to our sponsorship package is the Grow Disc Golf 5K 10K Ace Challenge. Each participant will have one chance at acing a hole, and their ace could be worth $10,000. If you're looking for an easy way to do payout, we can partner up for that too. TDs can avoid the hassle of payout and take advantage of our huge inventory by sending payout through dynamicdisc.com for a discounted price. We want to see your event grow, and we'll work with you to make your event the best it can be. So whether you're running a small C tier or looking for the next GBO, check out dynamicdisc.com or email sponsorship@dynamicdisc.com for everything you need.
Hey everybody, welcome to Dynamic Discs Update with Jeremy Rusco, April's edition. So yeah, we're here. We're live. Get your questions in. Oh, first, before we even start anything, we're going to ask some questions. And I highly suggest you go to glassblown.open.com because we're going to ask you some questions and we're going to be giving away these 3 Raiders. These are Fusion plastic, right?
Yes.
Yes, Fusion Raiders. So get ready to be for trivia time here in a few minutes as we watch the show. We're going to give away all 3 of these.
And if you haven't downloaded the Glass Blown Open app or the GBO app, I encourage you to do so.
Absolutely. So if you have questions for us, though, if you have questions for Jeremy Rusco, make sure to put them in the chat board here, and we will get them. Anthony's helping us out. He's going to put them on a document for me to check out, and we'll get those answered. But first, well, how you doing, Jeremy?
Doing awesome. I tell you what, Glass Blown Open, April, spring really feels like it's here. It is here, and it's some disc golf weather. Looking forward to a crazy couple weeks, really. Tomorrow, Danny and I are heading to Bowling Green, Kentucky for the Amateur Championships at Bowling Green, or Bowling Green Amateur Championships, or whatever the combination of event title it is. But I think it's 800 or 900 amateur players there in Bowling Green. And Bobby, you've usually made the trip with me. I'm
taking a break.
Yeah, he's got GBO stuff.
Yeah, GBO on the
Well, everybody's
noggin,
got GBO stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Danny and I are going to head out there and catch up with Eric Oakley and Paige Pierce are hosting a Luck of the Draw doubles on Wednesday. So we're going to be out there for that, hoping to have a lot of players come out and support some of our top touring professionals. Paige Pierce having an incredible win this last weekend out at Jonesboro for the 3rd Disc Golf Pro Tour event of the year. Man, it was fun to watch that one on the live coverage there on the coming down the stretch at the very end where it was all tied up, and Paige had a really solid, I think it was a 5-down final round to secure the win, and it came down to the last hole. So congrats to Paige. Back to Bowling Green. Come and see us out there. I believe we're going to be out at Hobson Grove. Ty Searle, and the Latitude 64 RV. We'll be out there all week. All kinds of great merchandise, all kinds of great product, and of course having some of our touring professionals out there is always special. So come see us. I'm sure there's some other touring pros from Dynamic Disc that are coming as well. But in front of me, I've got that Eric and Paige Pierce are going to be there. So moving along to the next show. Whoa, anyway, we'll be there till the Fly Mart is on Thursday. And then Friday, Danny and I are going to head back here and get ready for Glass Blown Open.
Absolutely. Glass Blown is going to be amazing. So, but next you have on the docket is we're going to talk about the Raider.
Yeah, I tell you what, this Raider, if you haven't got your hands on one yet, well, you might not have got your hands on one yet because they've been selling out like crazy. The special editions that came out for the buyback retail stores went really, really quick. The first runs that came in, it was within like an hour, I think it was in terms of on the wholesale side, where they sold out through the wholesale level, and then on our online store. You guys essentially broke the internet for us.
Yeah, really.
Our site
we
crashed.
Were panicking.
It took like 20-30 minutes for people to check out, which was pretty unfortunate. We know there was definitely some frustration out there, and we some of those things that really are out of our control, and we apologize about what happened there.
Yeah, definitely. But the hype is real. But Jeremy, somebody that's really been loving the Raider is Eric Oakley.
Yes.
He's been. We went out to Arizona and we had some Raiders with us so that our professionals could try it out. And man, Eric was loving it. And then all the way up into Waco, he threw an amazing shot that was captured by Disc Golf Pro Tour with the Raider. But I put together a short segment with just 2 of the clips so you guys can see. First, you'll see Eric's impressions when he first started throwing the Raider, and then just a month later, he's already put in his bag, and then how he's been throwing it at Waco. So, Dan, if you go ahead and play those 2 clips for us.
Approve that disc, please. Goodness. Come on, little fade. Little fade. Little fade. Ski up.
Yeah, so as you can see from the first one, Eric just yells out, get this disc approved, because at the time they were like really new, and we were waiting for the approval from PDJ, and of course, obviously by Waco we got it, and actually we had it by the time competition started in Arizona, but we had it, and Eric has been throwing it quite a bit, as well as some of the other pros. But Jeremy, what you got there?
Yeah, just the stock stamps. We we got those rushed over here, I guess you could say. And those started shipping out on Thursday, Friday, I guess it was, to retailers. So we were able to get that turned around a little bit quicker between the first run and the second run, or the stock run. So be looking for those at retailers this coming Friday, and hopefully they sell out like as quick as they did on the first run release. But I know it was like, again, our site was sold out almost right away and crashed. Infinite Discs, before they could even put out a newsletter, they were sold out. Disc Golf Center, all the retail stores were sold out. So this disc is definitely something that there's a lot of excitement for. And I didn't know Eric Oakley could really, get behind anything besides the Felon and maybe the Enforcer. But the Raider must be the real deal.
He's loving the Raider. So, yeah. Speaking of when they're going to be available, though, someone actually asked specifically, will the Raiders be available to buy at GBO?
Yes. There will be Raiders.
There will be Raiders at GBO. So, yeah, I'm going to answer some questions.
Let's
Anthony,
give one away, too, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, here in a second. But we've got some questions coming in, so we'll get to some questions. If you have questions, put them in the chat, and Anthony will get it to us. Eric Pouncer wants to know, Westside Backpack, please.
Oh, Eric, I knew.
And Jeremiah Ray says, is there any update on the Westside Disc Backpack? Or just bag?
Yes, I know we've been talking about the Westside Backpack, previous editions, episodes, and we hear you. And I tell you what, it's been some things come together quickly, some things take forever. I think we're chalking the Westside Backpack up as one that is absolutely taken forever, and here's the reason why, and that is because we believe that at Dynamic Discs we have an incredible bag lineup, and we're going to share a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But if you look at the bags that we've got, let's just take shoulder strap bags almost seem to be a thing of the past. It doesn't seem like most people are leaning towards wanting to get a shoulder strap bag, so let's just nix those. And we've got several shoulder strap bags. They still are functional. People still do, especially like the Soldier Cooler bag. I know people like that because they can put a 6-pack of cold beverages or sodas or waters or whatever in. But let's move on to the backpacks. And if you look at our backpack lineup, just at Dynamic Discs, we got the Trooper, which is an excellent less than $40 backpack. We've got the Sniper bag, which is a $69 to $79 backpack. We bump up to the Ranger, which is a high performance touring professional. Well, the touring professionals love the bag at $124.99. We've got the Ranger at $174.99, and I know most of our pros carry either the Commander or the Ranger. And then we've also got the Ranger H2O bag, which has a sturdy bottom. It's got the hydration system. It's got the Rainfly, and it's a $79.99 or $199 bag. That's just Dynamic Disc lineup. And then if you look at Latitude 64, there's the Easy Go bag, there's the E3 bag, there's now the Core bag. Between Dynamic and Latitude, we have a really good bag lineup, and we want to find something for Westside that is different and it's unique. And I guess you can say that it's something that is taking a little bit. So there's the answer.
All right,
thanks for your persistence,
yes.
And thanks for your patience.
So Ian asked about the Raiders at GBO. They are available, but another Raider question is, will stock releases be in Lucid and Fusion or just Fusion?
Lucid will eventually be coming out. Don't have an actual set release date on the Lucid Raider. Based on some early testing, we knew that the Fusion was right where we wanted it to be, and Lucid plastic has a tendency to shape up just a touch differently. So Lucid's coming, just don't know exactly when.
Let's see. Will you be making a lightweight Raider?
Yes, and actually,
an Air Raider, or like really light, or just on the lighter weight side, I wonder.
Well, there was something that happened where the 160 class, and I think they were upper 160s, did not show up in our first shipment, of the Raiders, so we had to. We went ahead and there was so much anticipation for the disc. We went ahead and released only the 170 and up class, and I believe the 160s showed up and were released on this last Friday. There was a pretty limited number of them, so they'll be sprinkling.
Oh, okay. Because right here I see a 167, 168.
And those are stock, so I believe the stock run we for sure had the lighter weights. And then assuming it can be produced in air plastic, and I think that was confirmed, you better believe that we will be having this in air plastic based on the popularity of some of the other molds and the really what you guys continue to ask for, which is more models in air plastic. And I believe we had the Sheriff got that, and I believe the Defender is showing up pretty soon, so you'll be finding an Air Defender before too long.
Excellent. All right, we're going to give one of these away, so put your trivia hat on as we keep going. But
disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
That's got
yes, these are thrown, so these have a little bit of, they don't really have scuffs, but they have a little bit of dirt on there or something like that. Yeah. But they were thrown for who threw them?
We took them out to league, I think.
Oh, that's right. We took them out to league for people to test out locally, get some feedback on it. And so, but these are perfectly good discs. Just have maybe about 4 or 5 throws on them. So, but before we go to the question, just a real quick suggestion. Someone says, how about a backpack with a built-in seat? So there's a suggestion for you. All right.
Excellent suggestion.
First question. This other one's good. Maybe I don't know the difficulty on this one, but so GBO has been around for a long time. This is the 17th year?
I think it's the 18th.
18th? Maybe it's the 18th. Back when it first started.
Almost older than you, Bobby.
If you pay attention to Eric McCabe and when he talks about the Glassbone Open, there was one person that helped him in the very, very beginning. It was the two of them that put it together. I need to know his first name and last name. Put it in the chat, and Anthony's going to pick a winner. We're going to give a few minutes for you guys to figure it out, and then we'll see if we can pick a winner here in a few minutes. But while we do that, while you put your answers in, why don't we move on to, we are talking about Glassbone Open, so why don't we move on to Glassbone Open?
Excellent idea.
And you were going to go over the schedule, right?
Yeah.
All right, so give me just a second to
It might take you a little bit to pull it up. The schedule's so long and so lengthy.
All right, Dan, if you could go ahead and put my computer on the screen, that would be fantastic.
It's really cool. I tell you what, it's really cool to just hear and see how many people are jazzed up, excited about coming to Emporia, Kansas for the Glassbone Open. And, people they've been in town practicing a little bit on and off throughout the last month, but people are really making the commitment to coming this Friday, this Saturday, this Sunday, being here for the better part of a week, and we have got a jam-packed schedule for you.
For sure.
So on the schedule, I'm gonna.
What are some highlights that you think?
So the highlights are really Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There's just a bunch of C tiers that are going on, and you can play a lot of sanctioned events throughout the entire week. And one of the things that we did that I think is really cool is we had Flex Start C tiers going on last year, and people would show up, and if you didn't show up in the morning, it often ended up being where you would wait an hour or 2 hours to get going to start your round. And we knew that ate up, a couple hours of people's day where they could have been hanging out elsewhere. They could have been practicing. They could have been enjoying Emporia, whatever it might be. And so one thing that we made an adjustment for on this year is we actually have 3 shotgun start C tiers where you're going to start disc golf at 7:30, 11:30, or 3:30 at Jones East and Jones West, I believe, are where those are at on Sunday and Monday. I believe are the days, and maybe on the schedule Bobby can confirm. But anyway,
what day?
Monday, Sunday, on the
7:30. Yeah, 7:30, 11:30 is the shotguns.
Yeah, there's 3 shotgun start events every day, which is really cool, as well as some flex start events that are happening.
Go ahead.
When you wake up on Monday, you should be able to get your tee time. And know when you're going to play come Wednesday. So Monday morning, check out the PDJ website for for tee times, and we know people are always looking forward to seeing whether they're going to tee off early or whether they're going to tee off late.
And if you have the GBO mobile app, just this morning I put a little section on the menu that says NTT times and A tier tee times. I used to put pro and am, but because in the A tier there's the age protected pros, the only way to differentiate it I thought would be NT and A tier. So anyway, tee times are out there. You're already in the app. You tap on it, and then it'll open that up for you.
Tuesday we got the opening ceremonies.
You didn't say the putter challenge.
Oh my gosh, there's too many things to talk about.
So Paige Pierce, wrong page. Sorry, Paige. I love you. I'm so sorry when I do that. Paige Bjerkes has putter challenges going on, and she's bringing that to the Glassbone Open. And Team Dynamic Discs, members from Team Dynamic Discs are going to be running a clinic. There's a little debate between whether it's before or after. I'm assuming before, but I think there was some scheduling issues on the flyer. Anyway, it's going to be a Team Dynamic Disc clinic put on, and then a team putter challenge on Monday. So, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And then we'll go right into the Beer Fest presented by Radius. And I tell you what, if you like trying a beer from 31 different breweries,
if you like drinking
Kansas,
beer,
you might find me
like
there.
Drinking beer.
You know you're going to see me there, but I'll keep it in moderation because we got a long.
I mean, he's already got it going here, so
we'll talk about that one here in just a minute. Moving right along. Free bowling night as well. There's always stuff going on. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
And we can't go over every detail, or else we'll be here till 6 o'clock. So
you'll definitely. Oh, and some of the bigger highlights that things that you can do that obviously we have a lot of disc golf. We have the competition, but some of the things we have a comedy night going on as well. Of course the players meeting, and then let's see, we got Bourbon Cowboys putting on a lot of things each night that you can go if you want to go hang out and chill after your round. They've got a Mechanical Bull on Thursday, free karaoke. I'll be there if you want to see some karaoke. I don't even call it a karaoke. I call it a performance. So, just so you know.
If Bobby's there, it's definitely a performance.
Right. So.
Thursday's poker night as well, right? So
correct. No.
Poker.
Yes.
Poker has been sold out. Poker is.
Oh, Danny, show this real quick.
Yeah. So there's, I think, right around 100 of these really cool Westside discs. What are those on? Harps, limited edition.
Harp, yeah.
I don't know. You can describe the stamp.
Well, it's got characters
got the king,
from the king,
the
queen, and they're playing poker, and yeah, they're ready to go.
Yep. And so anyway, and then we've got obviously Dynamic Discs, not obviously, but we got Dynamic Disc playing cards, and
these are sweet. Hold on.
You can. So here's one of the deals for as long as they last. We are. I believe you can buy the disc as well as a pack of cards that was used in Poker Night for $25.
They got little baskets
and
cool.
They're really cool. So poker did sell out, but we do encourage, if you are interested in playing, show up to poker, and we'll try our best to get you in. And if not, the Country Club is always serving food and beverage downstairs in their recently renovated restaurant area.
So Anthony picked a winner. That someone that guessed Gabe Worley was the answer, and that the person that won is Brian. You would have to pick a name I can't pronounce. Balble. Robert, if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, you're probably correcting me. Balble. Anyway, Brian Babel, if you're watching, if you're still watching, send me an email at bobby@dynamicdisc.com. Prove that you are Brian. Usually people will be logged into their YouTube account, and they'll send me a screenshot of that, and I will get you one of these Raiders out to you. But stay tuned because we have 2 more to give away.
Yeah, Friday night. The cool thing this year, AMs and age-protected pros play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so they can enjoy themselves full scale at the bonfire on Friday night and get ready to be a part of the world's largest disc golf gallery out at the Emporia Country Club on Saturday. Looking forward to
I'm going to have to get the drone out for that.
All the excitement with cool. Having everybody out there. And then we've bumped over to essentially Friday. We're on to Saturday now. Final round. Emporia Country Club, everybody gets done. Glassbone Open champions are crowned, and we are going right into what is going to become the new tradition at the Glassbone Open, and that is the Rainwater Razz Round. And the bells. Too loud. Sorry. I apologize about
we
that.
had a bet whether you were going to do that really loud or not.
And hey, I got it. I don't know if you got
You did
anything.
it away.
I guess you queued up the Raz round. You queued up the Raz round in the pre-show. I guess.
And the countdown. So if you do it over here.
Anyway, the top 4 men are pairing up with the top 4 women and playing. Raz round is 3 holes, and it's going to be the loudest, most obnoxious, most fun thing that we've been a part of around here for the event in a while, I feel like, ever. And Todd Rainwater is joining us for that, and it is going to be something special. So don't miss out on that, and then head downtown to the Glass Blown Open block party that's put on by Emporia Main Street. And I tell you what, we've sold out of vendor spots there. This is the first time that we've had to turn away more than a handful of disc golf vendors alone. So you're going to be able to get all kinds of merchandise from a bunch of disc golf companies from across the country. And really, just all in all, we are really looking forward to the Glass Blown Open and can't wait to see you guys here.
And then, of course, the Glass Blown Open block party.
You've been over there, and I've been talking all about it.
Have you been talking about the block party? I thought you were talking about the rainwater Raz round.
You can talk more about the block party if you want.
It's a block party. It's going to be awesome.
It is awesome.
Off the hook. Is that too, can I say off the hook anymore?
Yeah, one thing that I'll probably be celebrating, because I can only drink, on the beer fest night probably, and maybe a couple beers at poker night, and maybe a few others throughout the rest of the week. But we're also going to be drinking some of this amazing beer from Walnut Brewing Company out of El Dorado, Kansas, just 45 minutes down the road. In collaboration with Radius, we headed down there for this special, we're going to call it special edition, Birdie Pills Golden Lager that you can get your hands on in pretty much, I think, any of the Emporia liquor stores, as well as any of the distribution where Walnut River is sold throughout the state of Kansas, Missouri, and I think that is about it. So I think, Bobby, you created a little fun video.
Quick, the label on here, our very own Kevin Schaefer designed that, and he did a really cool job. So yeah, I went down with Jeremy to watch them can the.
That was really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I put together a really quick video to just kind of give you guys an idea of what happened while we were down there.
We wanted something that really appealed to disc golfers as well, but that wasn't too heavy. So this beer here is going to be light, clean, easy drinking, a little hop characteristic to it, something you can keep drinking all day long.
This collaboration, though, is a brand new one where we actually worked with Dynamic Discs, which was a lot of fun, and Walnut River Brewing, who's some of our oldest friends in the brewing industry. So yeah, it's just a brand new experience, brand new beer. It's our first beer ever to be in cans, which is really exciting. But yeah, it's been a cool experience just to kind of show how everybody can work together.
So yeah, super excited about this opportunity, the collaboration with Radius and Walnut River Brewing Company. I got to taste it. Did I get to taste that one?
Man, Bobby, I thought you said no.
Actually, I didn't taste it.
I know. What were you thinking? It's been a little bit since I've drank beer that early in the morning. But I felt like I had to. It was Friday.
I thought I had tasted it.
And it was a special circumstance and situation. And Bobby,
was it good?
We appreciate you for
driving us back to
home.
Yeah.
Not that we were drinking enough to not anyway. Come see us in Emporia. Come pick up some of this. Walnut River, Radius, huge partners and sponsors of the Glass Blown Open, and excited to collaborate with them this year with this special beer.
Nice. All right, let's go to some questions. I'm sure we got some questions coming in. Let me pull up my sheet of questions. Let's see. Russ Studio says, what and when are the new Commander bag colors?
Oh, boy. I don't have an exact date, but I can say that we just got some samples in very recently, and we know that some new colors are needed, and or we're going to run out of the current colors, so you're going to have to get new colors. $100.
Is that it? I can tell you're choosing your words very carefully. Jason wants to know, will the Raiders... Oh, no, we answered that question. Joe Padilla wants to know, any new Ranger colors by chance this year?
Of course, yes, working on those too. And the funny thing, with these samples that came in, it's the little things that probably don't even, you just don't even think about when you pull your, your zipper pulls of your bag. Some people like custom zipper pulls. Well, today we tried out like 5 new zipper pulls to see if we wanted to make an adjustment to the zipper pulls. And there's just a lot of things that go into the bag development. And it's always fun to be working on something.
Dr. Zen said, someone remind me to ask on Disc Golf Answer Man about how discs get approved and why some would not be approved, but this would be a perfect opportunity to ask you because I know that you are involved with the approval process when we send discs in.
Well, it's really just the PDJ that says yes or no, so we don't have anything to... No, that's...
Well, no, but the process.
Yeah, so there's essentially the tech standards that you have to follow, and I don't need to get into great detail by any means, but essentially it's got to pass certain specifications. The rim width can only be so wide, and the Raider is not the widest that the rim can be, but it's on the wider rim scale side. There's got to be a certain amount of flex that goes into it. If the disc is too firm, it won't pass the flexibility test, so it'll get rejected. Which we've had some discs that did get rejected because we sent them in and they didn't pass the flexibility test. And so essentially it's 8.3 grams per centimeter in width for the disc is how the weight, and that's how you get 174 gram or 175 gram or mid ranges or 180 grams or even more sometimes. And so if this Raider were to be just a tiny portion smaller, the maximum weight on this disc would be like 174 or even 173. So it's really important that if you want to have 175 gram as the max weight, that you get the right size disc.
There you go.
That's not a very good job explaining it. You can ask Thomas and or the PDJ. Jeff Holmberg has tested almost every disc for. I had a great conversation with him at the memorial actually while we were talking about the approval process and some of the adjustments that need to happen moving forward. And it's fun how our sport just keeps evolving and things keep changing as things get pointed out that need to be adjusted. What else you got there, Bobby? Oh, yeah, the heartbeat.
All right, we're going to give away our second Dynamic Discs Fusion Radar. And get ready. I hope we're ready. So, the glass blown open. How many players were at the 2003 GBO and the 2018 GBO? I need both answers in there. We're not going to pick the first one because it gets so messed up because of timing of the internet. Someone typed it in whenever YouTube posts it. And so we're just going to give it a few minutes. You start putting your answers in. Anthony's going to pick a winner. You got to have both in one answer. You can't say one number and then another number down the whatever. It's got to be number 1 and number 2 in the chat.
What he said.
What was the question? Oh, how many players at 2003? How many players at 2018 Glass One Open? Oh no, I meant to put that there, Danny. It was just going to be out of my way. Roller. Anyway, sorry, you didn't see that. So, okay, so we're going to give that Raider away. All right, a couple more questions because we got quite a few questions.
Yeah.
So, wait. Ken Herod wants to know any possibility for Lucid X Sheriff.
Hey, what's up, Ken? Good to hear from you. Well, essentially, the Lucid X is reserved for our Team Series fundraiser discs, and so you're going to have to request that from some of the touring team players, as well as there is an occasional, like with the Lucid X Escape, that was done specifically to support the United States Amateur Match Play Championship, and that's one of the discs in the player pack. But I don't know. I know that Paige Pierce was throwing the Sheriff. Maybe next year she'd want to change up her Tour Series disc to be the Lucid X Sheriff.
Somebody guessed 9 and 30,000.
Excellent guess.
Good guess.
Close.
Good guess. All right,
let's
what do we
go
got?
up a little bit,
Yeah.
and let's go down a lot.
All right, so what do we got next on the docket?
On the docket, well, speaking of USA MPC, United States Amateur Match Play Championship, I know a lot of the brackets have been complete. It's been exciting to see so many people getting involved with match play. State finals will take place. If you're not familiar, basically you play in your local qualifying bracket. If you win your local qualifying bracket, you advance to the state finals, and then if you win the state finals, you get an opportunity to come to Emporia, Kansas, right here. You get $1,000 store credit just for showing up. You get to play in the United States Amateur Match Play Championship Finals bracket, and if you end up winning, of course, you're going to get prizes. And then if you get second
Lots of
place,
prizes.
yeah, you get a 9-hole veteran course. If you are the grand champion. Grand champion, that sounds kind of wrong, but it sounds great. Yep.
Sure.
Like Matt Whitlock.
He's a grand champion.
And now he's part of the Dynamic Disc team. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. So you win 18 veteran baskets, T signs. We've called it Discs for Life because I think it's $10,000 in discs is more discs than you probably need to throw in your life. So lots of good things happening there with match play, and we look forward to extending that over to the doubles version in July, August, and September. And there will also be a women's version that we'll be doing side by side with the doubles edition. So we've listened to the women who are wanting to have their own brackets, and we are going to support and host a women's United States Amateur Match Play Championship.
Excellent. All right, we got a winner for the second raider. The winner is Kyle Laudenbach.
Excellent.
That look good?
Kyle, you are getting...
You won. So same thing, Kyle. Prove to me that is you. Send me an email to bobby@dynamicdiscs.com. You logged into your YouTube account. And if you're driving, I think I saw Brian send me, if you're driving, don't worry. I'm not going to you don't have to do it right this minute. You just in the next day or two, you need to send it to me. And I'll get your address and I'll send out a raider to you. And we got one more raider, so hang on because we got one more raider to give away. So next thing we have is Trilogy Challenges. Some of the discs have arrived.
Finally.
You can register to host a Trilogy Challenge. You can get more information at trilogychallenge.com. This is where you get to throw 3 discs from the 3 companies. You get to play in kind of a casual setting, but you have get to have a lot of fun playing with these discs.
This Vandal feels good.
Oh, I was throwing it yesterday. Me and Danny went out and played Jones West yesterday. Oh. Anthony, you better watch out, Anthony. We got a little bet between me and Anthony. I don't just always pick on Anthony. I don't always just scare Anthony. Anthony, you better watch out. No, we're trying to see who can get to our goal of rating goal. I have a goal of 850. He has a goal of 950.
How are you doing, Bobby?
We will talk about that on the next show. I went down 4 points. Anthony went up 3, I think. 4. He went up 4. I went down 4. So we're going anyway. What was I saying? Oh, Danny gave me a few pointers that really I think is going to help me with my distance. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, so yes, I was throwing the Vandal. The Vandal
Great disc.
I got a Vandal prototype. Thank you so much, Robert McCall, for letting me have your prototypes. And even though he said I can only have one, but I took both. So I'm really liking the Vandal.
Yeah. The Keystone as well. That's, I know, one of the discs that a lot of the players this year have been switching. Maybe the Deputy was a touch too understable. Maybe the Warden was a touch too overstable. A lot of people have been loving the Latitude 64 Keystone. That's part of the player pack. And then the other disc, the Tournament Plastic Gatekeeper, is the other disc in the player pack this year. And we know that has been released, but it will not be released in Tournament Plastic for the 2019 season. So that's your way to get the Tournament Plastic Gatekeeper, which is probably Westside's best mid-range disc. And depending on who you talk to, they might say it's the best mid-range disc between all 3 companies, but I can guarantee you that Eric McCabe will not lay down in that argument, with the EMAC Truth being the best mid-range for all 3 companies. So if you haven't registered to host a Trilogy Challenge, it's a great way to raise money for your local club, a good cause, your course, I know some of our team players host Trilogy challenges to raise money to tour over the summer. And a specific example here in Emporia is New Life Christian Church. This will be the second year that they've hosted a Trilogy challenge, and new tee pads, 18 tee pads, just got poured at New Life Christian Church a little over a week ago, and that was because of the money that was raised by hosting a Trilogy challenge. So it's a great way to get out and throw with 3 specific discs. It's a great way to get somebody introduced to disc golf for the first time, because they get a putter, a driver, and a mid-range, and it's a kind of a more relaxed tournament environment where you can, I know a lot of people get involved with their first more serious tournament type of a round. So check out trilogychallenge.com. Hope that you can host one or hope that you find one to play.
All right, let's get a couple questions.
Boom.
Daniel Helm wants to know, where can I send my money to get a Johnny McRae Ice Opto X Fuse? I didn't see him on the website last night.
I
They're probably
would.
gone now.
They very well could be, or I would encourage you. There's a lot of disc golf, online retailers out there, or reach out to your local store.
Someone wants to know about the Aqua Sparkle disc. We haven't talked about these yet.
No, is this?
These are, we passed them because it's GBO related.
Johnny McRae.
Are we supposed to show these?
I don't know. We are. It's too late now. We can't take
I grabbed them and put them on the table.
We can't take it back.
So I was given a stack, and I was told that these are some special GBO only releases. I wonder if I'm supposed to talk about these.
Jeez.
Is that okay?
I don't know. We're going to get in trouble. And I
get in trouble, maybe.
I get in trouble. I get put in
we can talk about this because Eric has been talking about this one.
Yeah.
This is a Ice EMAC Truth, and he's been posting on his stuff, so I guess it's okay to talk about this. Okay, so this thing's so sweet.
That is
Feels so
beautiful.
good in the hand, looks so good in the hand.
Quit putting fingerprints on that.
Looks good on the table, looks good in the basket. But you wouldn't throw
Flies
this in the
even
basket.
better,
Well, if you
probably.
ace. I know Eric McKay will probably ace with one of these for sure. But yeah, you can get you're going to be able to get these at Glass Blown Open. Where else? At Glass Blown Open. That's
Emporia.
it. You have to, during the block party, I believe, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Eric, we got to find Eric McKay, which I'm sure he'll be set up like near their awards table, but he's going to have these for sale. So get yourself ready. I've already seen people messaging other people saying, please pick me up one. So you better get a buddy if you're not going to be here, or just get yourself out here. Pick one of these up. I don't know if that's specific cases on these other ones.
There's that ice clear fuse we're talking about. Well, I know where you can get one.
I don't. Yeah. Hit me up. No. So anyway, you can get one of these. This is, of course, the poker one that we already talked about. This is a Moonshine Lucid X Felon. Do you know?
I didn't know we were getting. Man, that's cool.
Okay, so then I guess you
That's
don't know
cool, yeah.
if these are. It may be the same situation because this is more the GBO stuff that I was told is special GBO. So you may only be able to get. I'm pretty sure you're going to only be able to get these at the Glass One Open, and then we got this Sparkle. Yeah, 2019 GBO limited edition Opto X Pure. Pour. I'm going to call it Pour just to make Robert McCall mad.
Dang.
This is a Pour.
We got a lot of cool stuff.
And then this Johnny McRae
Oh, yeah, I think I saw.
Tour fundraiser.
Yeah, that is a sweet
So
stamp
this would be
for
Deco
sure.
Die because it's from Latitude 64.
I was talking to Johnny earlier in the year, and he had mentioned how fast he sold out of when he did these last year or the year before. And
Oh, yeah, he showed me this on his phone.
Yeah, that looks super sharp. And I think there's different mold. There's more variety, more molds this year. So
This
support.
one's a St. Pro, which he likes.
Yeah, support Johnny. He's out there killing it. And I would say that, yeah, he's incredible. He throws the shield better than anybody I know, and he's 50 years older than you, Bobby.
And he's older than anybody
he's
else
over-
that Jeremy Rusco knows. He throws
No,
better than anybody he knows.
He definitely is an incredible player for sure.
All right, Mr. Quartz wants to know Air Maverick.
Air Maverick, yes, that is coming out. I don't have the exact date, but that is going to be a fantastic disc for the players that don't quite have the arm speed and or want an easier throw. So Air Maverick coming soon.
All right, let's back to our document. So,
Back to the document. We've been talking about bags.
Yep.
Should we talk about some more? I stole it. I put it over here.
Okay.
So we've had some people.
Make some room for
You know, one of the things that we hear, we're
I'm getting everybody
Team
used to
Green.
the sound.
Team Green. Bring your costumes for that round.
See somebody in a costume, so please, somebody wear a costume.
Anyway,
Maybe you'll walk away with a new Raider if you have a costume on.
As we were talking about, let's move all these things. As we were talking about, the evolution of disc golf bags and how it's really going more towards backpacks. I think it's pretty obvious why that's the case for a lot of people. But anyway, we started out with our first backpack that we introduced into the market was the Ranger bag at $174.99, which is what it still is today. And then we've been able to drive the price point down a little bit with the Commander. We've been able to drive that down with the Sniper. We've been able to drive it down with the Trooper as well to get backpacks on essentially first-time disc golfers or beginner disc golfers. And even with that being said, the Trooper is a bag that's used quite often by a lot of our players because it's so lightweight, so easy to take out, and it's just really comfortable all the way around. Anyway, we've recognized and realized that sometimes that entry-level disc golfer.
This is quite the build-up, Jeremy. What you got?
Bobby, you're killing me. Oh, are you getting tired?
No, I'm just anticipation is so.
Yeah, have you ever seen
just
this?
Ready for it.
Yeah, you haven't ever seen it. And so anyway, we are introducing. Here you go, Bobby. The Cadet Backpack. And so the big thing with the Cadet Backpack is you're probably familiar with the Cadet duffel bag, which is the shoulder strap bag. It's like $15. Well, we're going to be phasing out the Cadet duffel bag and moving forward with the Cadet Backpack bag. And it's essentially a $19.99 retail price point bag that we think.
Did you say $19.99?
I handed you a $20 bill and I got
$20.
I got a penny back.
There you go.
Before tax, so then I had to pay more. But it's just again a real lightweight bag. That's I've been playing quite a bit with it just to test it out, and it's great. You can put putters in the side, you can put discs in the side, you can put water bottle in the side. It's got a pocket up here. I put my wallet, my keys, scorecard up there, and in the front. I put other stuff a golden retriever. Anyway, that's coming out, I believe, in mid.
Did you got the other color?
Oh, I did now. Coming out in May, and again, it's not going to revolutionize your game necessarily, but our hope
for
is
$20. That means I can get extra discs. Yeah. So yeah, that'll really revolutionize my game.
We're hoping to make the entry-level disc golfer look that much better out on the course, have more versatility, more tools, that they can have out there on the course, the better. And I'm looking forward to seeing more disc golfers carrying backpacks out there.
Make sure I cover up your face there, Jeremy. I'm kidding. So yes, we're super excited. Yes, the Cadet bag is the one, the one that you usually throw over your shoulder. But like you said, the backpack has been something that people just really, really like. And so we decided to make the Cadet bag. Very entry-level, beginner. We're looking for people that probably barely have been introduced to disc golf. And this is something they can start out with so they don't feel like they have to make a huge investment. Then once they get into the sport more, they're ready to invest in something that's
sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it just aligns more, when you see it's gonna be good to see a bunch of Cadet backpacks out there. So look for those in May, again at $19.99 retail price point. So super, super affordable. Was going to talk about some more bag stuff, but Bobby's tired about talking about bags.
No, I'm not.
So we're going to talk about more bags on the next show. But today is also a day that you're going to be able to. We just found out we got our first spring order in from Dick's Sporting Goods. So really excited about getting in with them. We shipped an order out to them last year. They wanted to test things out, I guess you could say. And I guess we passed the test. They ordered again. It's 50 stores for right now, and I believe it's the same 50 stores that we were in last year. And then their plan is to expand us later this summer and get our product into more stores. So you're going to be able to find more of our latest releases and Dick's Sporting Goods. I believe you can go to dynamicdisc.com/retail to find where those stores are at. And if your local Dick's Sporting Goods store is not one that's carrying Dynamic Discs, go ask for Dynamic Discs. Go talk to a manager. Go talk to a store associate. Make sure that they know that you want to get that. But generally speaking, I know a lot of people, we really supply a lot of disc golf retail stores, and obviously that's our focus, and that's why we put together the buyback program to provide more support for brick and mortar stores. We view Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sports, Walmart's. We view the big box stores as, for the most part, that's the entryway. That's the gateway for first timers to pick up discs. They see disc golf when they're walking through the store. They buy something. They don't even really know what they're buying. Part of the time they buy it because it's got a cool name. It looks cool. It was the cheapest. It was the most expensive. Kind of heard what seems like it all. But I know in our new magazine, Physics of Flight magazine, we've got an article in there that talks about from big box store to touring professional, and it talks about how Eric Oakley, I believe, bought his first disc at Academy Sports. I can't remember all the touring pros that we have, but the first disc they bought was in a Dick's Sporting Goods or an Academy, and I think that's pretty cool, and we wanted to share that story with everybody.
Excellent. Let's do a couple questions. Remember, we got one more Raider to give away, but we're not going to do that quite yet, so you got to hang on. We're going to give this one away. Someone wants to know, what plastic is the Trilogy Challenge Keystone?
Trilogy Challenge Keystone appears and feels to be in retro plastic, but I tell you what, it's a nice, little grippy retro plastic here, so
nice.
It's good stuff. I could be wrong on that. I'm guessing if you go to trilogychallenge.com, you'll for sure get the answer, but man, maybe this is maybe Danny's gonna look. Maybe
we'll
this.
Danny look it up at Trilogy Challenge.
Maybe this is 0. It's hard to tell. They're so
do
close.
You happen to know how many people played match play this year versus last year?
I don't think the total numbers are in just yet, so that might be a better question for the next show. But I know that there were, like last time I checked, over almost 300 local brackets.
Wow.
And each bracket, in theory, would have 16 disc golfers. So I know the 2 brackets in Emporia each had 16 disc golfers, and there was demand for more because I missed out on being able to play.
A few people are asking about an Opto X Culverin.
I think that'd be a good option. Again, comes down to supporting the touring team and or a very special event or series to get behind. And maybe the Opto Culverin is been talked about, and hopefully sometime it can come out.
The Keystone is retro plastic.
Perfect.
All right. Quite a few people asking about the cart, which we did mention in the title that we were going to talk about. Did you want to try that?
I think we probably should.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to try something new. I've got the remote on-site camera ready to go, and I'm going to go grab it, and we're going to walk out, and because we wanted to have the cart in its natural environment, which was out in the grass. So we're going to go out there, and I'm going to try to listen to Jeremy just talk about it while we're showing it. So hold on. Here we go. Something new.
Whew, this always working on something. We got this idea, about 7 minutes before the show, and then Bobby had to set some more stuff up. So we've been working with Zuca for quite a while now. Last year, you probably saw, some of you I know saw because you've been asking about it, on one of my disc golf rounds, I went out and played with a different cart, and we were testing it, and obviously we've been testing it for a while, and now we are in the final stages of getting that thing officially over here. So some of these things are going to change just slightly. The bag's been firmed up just a touch more so that it doesn't you can kind of see there's a couple areas where a little more stiffness or firmness would help out, but it's a really versatile cart. Obviously it comes with the bag in it, so this is, I guess you could say, everything that you need in terms of a bag and a cart all in one. And it's shorter, it's lower to the ground. It carries a lot of discs. I'm thinking it's like,
it looks like, can you sit on top of it?
You can sit on top of it. I think it carries like 25, 26 discs just in the main compartment. You can sit on the top of it, and you don't have to sit as high as you do on the regular backpack carts or the LG carts or even like the all-terrain cart. You can put the 2 coolers or the accessory pouches in the bottom, or accessorize however you want to on the bottom there. There's a lot of storage compartments. Actually, like you can see, the golden retriever in there is in one pocket. That was we felt like that was a really important pocket to have, to make sure that there's easy access to the golden retriever. You can see where the scorecard is in on the top pocket. And essentially, one thing we're going to do this release a little bit differently than we've done other releases, and we're only going to come out with a limited number of them. We're gonna call it version 1, because we know.
I'm back from the course.
Hey,
back from Import Country.
Did you work on your rating?
I ran out there too. Yeah.
Did you work on your rating?
Yeah, I need to work on my rating. Trying that new method. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So essentially, we know that the cart is not going to be perfect on our first release unless we take another year or 2 years to really get everything dialed in. And we know people have been asking for it. We know it's a good product. We know people want it, and we want to deliver on it and not keep pushing the release back. So we're going to release a limited number. I'm almost positive they're going to sell out pretty quickly. It's going to be version 1 of the cart, and we're going to listen to the feedback from everybody who's got that cart and provides us feedback, because we will make the changes to make it better. And then there'll be version 2. Whoever got version 1, there's not going to be any refunds or anything like that. It's going to be a work in progress, but the cart it's a great cart right now. But we just know that there's going to be a couple things that are going to be like, oh, this pocket should have been done this way, or oh, you should have put Velcro here, or all of you that have your own disc golf bags and a cart, there's all kinds of things you want to have with it. And so we're going to keep making improvements along the way. That's
excellent. All right. So we've got some other questions. Where will the GBO releases be available during the week? Some of the ones we talked about are going to be with players, and that'll be during the block party. Some of the releases will be available at the Dynamic Discs retail store. And I don't know if there's a certain schedule or if they're just all going to be there during the week. Make sure you are plugged into the Facebook page for Glassman Open. Just search Glassman Open and follow that page, or download the mobile app, and I will put out push notifications to let people know about that.
You can't miss out. Well, you go to the retail store as often as you want. Chances are you'll hopefully see me in there during a good portion of the day, and I love the conversations in there. But the retail store is definitely going to have some special releases throughout the week.
All right, let's see. My friend and I signed up. David Craig wants to know, my friend and I signed up for our first GBO. Can we request to be on the same card for round 1, or are the cards randomly generated?
The cards are randomly generated. It is so much to try to keep up with all the special requests, and it's just really not the right thing to do. And I tell you what, the cool thing about the Glassbone Open is people from 47 different states, 8, 9, 10 different countries. Every time I go out and play, I love playing with somebody new. Even though I like the familiarity of playing with somebody that I know, I think it's just a special time to meet a whole bunch of different people, and there's no better place than the Glassbone Open to do that. The price of the new carts, excellent question. I don't know the price, but I think it's $224.99. There's still a couple things that are getting dialed in as those last changes are being made in terms of those last improvements that are not on that prototype version.
Excelente.
Excellent.
With the popularity of the SE plastic, would you release molds in that plastic without calling it SE? Or that it wouldn't be SE? I don't get it.
Well, you could. I mean, there was like the Fusion X stuff that I guess was pretty much always special edition when that got released. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess there's always a possibility for
We appreciate
something.
the feedback, and
Yeah.
we will take that into consideration.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, what do we got next on the docket? Do we have anything next on the
man.
docket?
So last week we were talking about the online shopping experience, and what. Obviously, it's evolved a lot.
Oh, I'm going to look at that real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Look, shop away, Bobby.
No, I'm not going to
shop.
shop.
Shop at dynamicdisc.com.
Speaking of shopping, I'm going to go shopping.
But, the online shopping experience has obviously evolved a lot. And, one thing with disc golf, I'm a firm believer in once you start playing disc golf, you want to go into a retail store. You want to look, feel, touch. And even with our buyback stores, you can try you can go and try any of our products for up to 2 weeks as long as you don't put your name on it. If you don't like it, you can take it back and get something different. That's something that you're never going to, well, I can't say never, but that's something you're not going to get in an online shopping experience. So again, we love our brick and mortar retail partners and we want to support them every bit that we can. But obviously not everybody has a brick and mortar retail store right next to them. Online shopping is a real thing. And anyway, we're trying to figure out what our online store, what dynamicdisc.com really needs to provide. And we asked the question. Bobby went on Disc Golf Answer Man page
YouTube,
and on YouTube and asked the question in terms of what were the questions?
One of the questions, when shopping for discs on a disc golf website, how important is it that you see individual photos of the discs? And I went real simple on YouTube. Your choice was not important at all. And the other choice was I only shop at sites that do individual photos. And the third choice was sometimes it influenced where I purchase discs. And overwhelmingly, 38% said I only shop at sites that do individual photos. 54% said it does influences their purchases, so they don't necessarily only do it there. But it is an influence. So, yeah, let us know in the comments. Give us your feedback and your thoughts on that.
Yeah, we're trying to find ways to see whether it makes sense for us to do individual pictures of each individual disc. We definitely want to listen to the demands and requests of people that are looking to support us, and hopefully, if that is in fact what the overwhelming desire is, we'll do our best to get that implemented. But it's not an easy process, and it's definitely not something that's going to happen overnight. So let us know what you need. We're always working on something.
All right, what else you got?
I think kind of one of the last things I gave a tour. I guess it would have been about almost 2 weeks now. And I tell you what, I actually gave a tour today as well. Man, I'm becoming quite a tour guide. Speaking of tours, it is something that we do here at the warehouse. A lot of people just think of Dynamic Discs as the downtown retail store, especially here in Emporia, which is still confusing to me, but it is what it is. And essentially, we've got Dynamic Distribution, which is the Dynamic Discs warehouse. Gave a tour today to about almost 20 college students from Emporia State University.
Oh, wow!
And if you don't know our organization, essentially half of our staff is either current college students or graduates of Emporia State University or Flint Hills Tech College, which I think is a really cool statistic. We've had people who said they were going to graduate and move away. Kevin Schaefer's a quick one that comes to mind where he said, yep, I'm graduating in a couple months and I'm moving out. And thankfully, Kevin Schaefer has done hundreds and hundreds, I'd say thousands of designs, including this collaboration with Walnut River on that beer can. And anyway, one of the interesting things that stood out to me on one of these recent tours was somebody said after kind of towards the latter part of the tour was, and as I was explaining the growth of Dynamic Discs and the history of Dynamic Discs and how things evolved from my attic to some small commercials, attic to basement to basement to basement, I think maybe another basement, and then a 1,500 square foot retail space that we thought was more space than we were ever going to need. And then it was off to our downtown store on Commercial Street, which we are still at today, which is 6,000 square feet, which was way more space than we thought we were ever going to need. And then it was expanding across the street and bringing in semi trucks. And then it was the Dynamic Distribution warehouse that we're in today, which was half of it. And then we took over the full 20,000 square foot building. We've got 14 shipping containers outside now, and we're renting space across the street as well. We've got about 5,000 square feet across the street, and space is jam-packed. And the interesting thing that stood out to me is, man, one of the guys, one of the individuals said, you've made it. And he was like, this is incredible. Like this, must be on cruise control right now. You guys are just, and he was seeing how busy the warehouse was, and everybody knows, at least they looked like they know what they were doing. And I truly believe that our staff is really committed to doing an excellent job. And, it would just really struck me as like, man, no, we haven't made it, and we've got a long way to go. And we've got lots of, dreams and aspirations to grow disc golf. And if you look at what disc golf is today, and you want to look at it and what you think is going to be in 5 years and 10 years. And, we've got the rumor of Paul Macbeth, signing $1 million contract. And I sure as heck believe that's true. And things are going places. And anyway, my comment to him was, oh man, we haven't made it. And I tell you what, we've got more challenges today than we've had in the past. And we've got approximately 50 individuals here in Emporia alone that, we're trying to provide for, and we're all busting our butt, and every day is a new adventure in the business world, just like every business is, but it's definitely no different here. And just because things have gotten on a larger scale, the challenges have only become to get bigger. And as we've grown, it's always a challenge on space. As I mentioned, the 14 40-foot shipping containers that are outside. If I ever would have thought I would have bought 14 metal pieces of storage to park.
14 now?
Yeah. Well, there's the 10 out there. There's 3 back there.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about the ones
2 or
back
3.
there. Wow.
Drive behind the building sometime. Come on now.
Why?
Oh, hell, another challenge.
I forgot that was a requirement.
On Friday, I pull up to the warehouse.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 o'clock. And one of the shipping container doors was wide open, so you could have came and picked up the plastic storage bins. There was about 1,000.
Somebody's in trouble.
I asked Taylor, I sent the pictures today. Make sure you take care of this in terms of making sure that people understand the importance of locking up, because people could want to walk away with plastic storage containers. Anyway, yeah, space has always been an issue, and the financials. I never believed. I always used to hear the saying, "It takes money to make money," and Dynamic Discs definitely didn't get started because there was a large influx of money. As a matter of fact, it was like $800 on the first order from Discraft to set up to get 100 discs in and put them up on the eBay store, which I think was about $14.95 a month to have eBay, be the official platform or whatever for Dynamic Discs. And obviously, as things have kept growing, and Dynamic Discs was debt free until 2012, when we decided to open up the Kansas City store. We decided to buy a second RV and put Steven Story out on the road, promoting Dynamic Discs, and buying that second RV. Didn't have enough money to pay for it up front, and essentially everything was built from the profits of the business. And as we've kept growing and needing to place bag orders, $50,000 loan from my uncle to get the first bags going, and then to get the discs going with Latitude 64. Needed to get a loan or a line of credit with the bank. So, and obviously as things have kept growing, we've needed to have more money get put into the business. And it's definitely not that it takes money to make money, but it takes more money to keep growing at the pace that we've been growing. So it's been a fun ride along the way. I definitely appreciate everybody's support, and looking forward to an amazing 2019 season. It really hasn't felt like the season's been here until just recently, and with the Glass Blown Open starting next week, definitely some exciting times in Emporia. How about that, Bobby?
Excellent. Love it.
Last call on the Raiders.
Always working on something.
Always working on something.
We got anything else we want to talk about?
We got to get. Are we supposed to give one more away, or?
Well, yeah, but I want to wait till the very end to reward the people that hung on.
If you haven't got a Raider,
and you better be paid attention, because I'm going to go back to for this question. So, are we done?
I think that's about enough. If you haven't got a warehouse tour, come check things out here in Emporia. It's pretty incredible to see everything that we've got going on here, and we love sharing that experience with you guys. And if you haven't made it to Emporia, you should sometime soon.
All right, guys, if you've been paying attention, I'm going to go not way back, but we'll go back to the rating challenge between me and Anthony. In there, you have to know 4 things. Wow, this is going to be the worst. This is 4 things. Yeah, 4 things. You have to know my rating goal. You have to know Anthony's rating goal. Then you have to know what the rating changes for me and for Anthony. Put them in right. Answer 1, 2, 3, and 4. My rating goal, Anthony's rating goal, my rating change, and Anthony's rating change from the most recent. So, boom, put those answers in, and Anthony's going to pick a winner. We got a couple questions we're going to get to that I think are on here. Okay. Bobby, can you convince Rusco to let you do more after hours at the warehouse? I'm going to do some more. It's just so GBO's coming up, and so there's after that.
Bobby, there's always an excuse for something.
I know, but GBO's a pretty good excuse, though.
Hey, E-Mac, those are some good-looking shorts. I got mine on today, too.
Nice.
I got mine on.
Doug
Hey, back to that after hours.
Oh.
Yeah, Bobby. We're getting Bobby
Fabio.
going again. He's been concerned. There's been too many things. He can't hover around on his hoverboard as easy as he could before.
Oh, now I'm the old one.
Yeah, well, keep going. Next question.
Doug Figaro. He says, when will we see the Lucid Raiders? You kind of mentioned that, but maybe he didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, so we don't have an exact release date on the Lucid Raider. So,
can you release any air discs? Oh no, what did he say?
Any air discs?
Any air disc with the burst look.
That's a good question.
I don't know if that's possible because of the way the plastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I'm not the expert in that, but that's a good idea. My guess is, and my gut is, that it wouldn't look as great, but I don't know enough.
All right, looks like answers are still coming in. We'll give people a couple more minutes, and then we'll have the winner for you. Let me see. Anything come to your mind that you, after talking about all this, Jeremy, is there anything that you forgot to mention that you wanted to make sure we mentioned that we didn't get a chance to mention?
Well, the Emporia Country Club is looking fantastic. Glassbone Open Week again is going to be incredible. Something else, as we talked about, New Life Christian Church got 18 tee pads poured in the ground, so disc golf in Emporia is just getting that much better. And then on the last episode, I know I had mentioned the fact that the Emporia RV Park was getting 6 disc golf holes put in the ground there, and that's just like probably 6 throws from Danny, 6 Raider throws from Danny down the street from us. Anyway, there's 6 holes out there, and it was kind of fun. I guess that was just last week. Had the last 3 baskets in the back of my truck, was getting ready to take them over there and just drop them off at the end of the day and put them in the ground and throw the quick 9 holes. And Greg Barsby, 2018 world champion, was here in town at the warehouse, and he and Taco were getting ready to go out and play some disc golf. And anyway, Greg Barsby came out, played the little 6-hole course at Emporia RV Park. And I'll tell you what, I think it's important for us to remember that every course does not need to be an 18-hole championship caliber disc golf course, because an 18-hole championship caliber course can make people not ever want to play disc golf again. And if you encourage somebody, if the only course that's in your town is an 18-hole championship course that's got water where you're going to lose discs, or you got a bunch of stuff that you're going to throw into, and that's the first disc golf experience you have, you might not ever play disc golf again. And I think it's important for people to realize that 3 holes, 6 holes, 9 holes, it doesn't matter. Hammond Park is 9 holes here in town, and it's our busiest course in town. You can't lose a disc unless you just forget it. You can play in 25 minutes.
We've done it when it's a really nice. We've just gone on our lunch, grabbed something to eat real quick, and then meet and do Hammond Park, and then come right back.
Yep. So don't shy away from putting in 3 holes around a church or around a school. Or an
RV park,
or 6 holes around an RV park, because you're going to introduce people to disc golf. They're going to catch the bug just like all of us did, and we're going to grow disc golf together for sure.
Excellent. All right, Anthony.
I have a question about this.
Uh-oh.
What you said your rating changed is not what your rating actually changed. They changed ratings for Monkey Island. So your rating changed 1 point less than what you said earlier in the show. Do you want me to pick a winner based on what you said, or what your rating changed?
Do what now?
We're going to pick one later.
You said your rating changed 4 points down.
Oh, but it actually changed 3. So we're going to go off what I said, because that's what people should have been paying attention to.
Oh, yeah.
All right, to clarify, I made a mistake, but we're going to make this.
First mistake Bobby's ever had made.
Yeah, it's his first one, so everybody jot this down. So I said that now. So for the winners, my goal was 850. Anthony's goal was 950. I said that my rating dropped by 4 points, and Anthony's had gained 4 points, right? But in actuality, I lost or dropped 3 points, but Anthony did. He went down to 801. So no, I'm playing. I'm teasing. No, wait. No, he did go for it. So, but in order to be fair for the contest, I said what I said to you, for you to put what I had said. So we're gonna go off that. So now, do you have a winner, Anthony?
Yeah, the name that's on there.
The name that's on there is good. Okay, so this is for Thomas Irvin. Thomas Irvin, you are the winner of the last Raider that we have sitting way up there that I can't reach. The yellow Fusion Raider. So again, take a Snapchat. Take a screen grab of you being logged into YouTube. Send it to Bobby at BOBBY@dynamicdiscs.com, and we'll get some information from you to get that. We good?
We good.
We
Thanks
good.
For
Thank you guys
in.
so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next Dynamic Discs update with Jeremy Rusco.
Appreciate
I'm
you
Bobby
guys.
Cool. Daddy Slick Fleece for Dynamic Discs.